All right, number 2 out of 52.
Yeah.
How you doing, Brett?
I'm good, man. I'm good. Good weekend. Back to the grind.
Our first full week of work in the last couple.
Yeah, not for me, but yeah, it'll be
Monday through Friday, like a normal week. You
Yeah.
know? We've had the last few Mondays off, so I feel like everyone's got over their holiday slump, but getting caught up after the holidays.
Absolutely.
It feels like it's game on.
Yeah, it's kind of nice, man. I mean, a lot of the sales got done last week. Trying to figure out these markets, or at least kind of half-assed figured out. I'm watching the commodities markets, and copper's ripping this morning. So maybe this 2023 Metal Monday could be Green Monday.
Oh, I know.
Compared to 2022, where it was like Red Monday.
Broke 4. I mean, last night, shout out to my boy Andy Nogton. He hit me up. I was just hanging out with the family. He was like, dude, we're going to get to 4. I wasn't even paying attention yet.
Yeah.
So then I opened my app and I made that post. I'm like, are we going to get to 4? And I woke up this morning. We broke 4,
Yep.
Some people think it should be 5, though. But I'll take 4.
Yeah,
I'll take 4.
I always say if my aunt had nuts, it'd be my uncle. So, I mean, at the end of the day, like, it is what it is. Shoulda, woulda, coulda. But I'll take 4. I mean, I'll take it however we can get it. And I think there's room, man. I mean, call me crazy, but we've been talking about it for a while. I mean, we're optimistic on this front, and I've been saying it, and I stick to it still. If China comes back, man, and they're aggressive, they are commodities monsters. And if they come back and they want to play the game, all we need is a little relief in the dollar and some people to play the game. And
you could get
commodities, commodities could have a strong 23, at least stronger than some people anticipate. And the interest rates are what they are. I read an interesting article this weekend, and it was, people are. What you need to pay attention to, and whether you're, especially as a business owner, or even if you're, whatever, home buyer, individual, the interest rates are what they are. That's the cost that the bank's charging you to do business, right? If you're borrowing money from them, what's the most important piece of the puzzle is liquidity, right? So you have to get nervous if the banks stop lending money. Like, it's not. Yeah. The interest rates, if you have a good business and you can take on the risk, and if your interest rate's at 3% or 8%, whatever it is, but you can still make money with that borrowed money, and then you can afford to borrow the money. It's when the banks stop lending and they basically take away the liquidity, that's when you have to worry. So
have you seen that happen?
That's like 2009. That's what happens. Like, everybody gets nervous. Nobody wants to lend money because they don't know if you're a good credit risk or not, right? So think about that.
Everyone's on their heels.
Everybody's nervous. They're scared, right? So either you're cash flush, so you can go out and make a deal, or you have good banking relationships or whatever, so you're a good credit risk, so they're still willing to lend to you. But it doesn't make me nervous when the interest rates go up. The only thing that would make me nervous is if the liquidity dries up. It means nobody wants to lend money. Banks out there today want to lend money. So from an economic standpoint, I'm not saying that, don't get me wrong, I'm not sitting here predicting or not predicting a recession or, a slowdown. I'm just saying I only get nervous if they don't want to lend. I only get nervous, if they dry up the market, right? That's what you have to keep an eye on. And that's what I pay attention to.
Well, copper's ripping. Usually everything follows copper in the commodities markets, at least traditionally, at least in the ones that we care about mostly. But today, rhodium's getting its ass kicked.
Yeah, but it had a good run last week.
Yeah, so they're just taking that back.
Rhodium, if it swings off $400 today, I've seen that thing go up $1,200 in a day.
Yeah.
And so those PGMs are going to swing hard. And I truly believe, another thing I read this weekend, is those PGMs, they come primarily from 2 countries. They come from Russia and they come from South Africa. Both of those are super politically unstable countries, especially Russia right now. South Africa because of their power issues and their corruption issues. But I'm willing to take that bet. Now you might have to take some pain in the short run, but I'm willing to take that bet in the medium run because I think that
So the
there's going to be
supply could shrink.
it's a supply issue.
Yeah.
If China comes back and they want to buy, they're gonna put cars on the road. I mean, if India comes out, that's an article I posted on LinkedIn.
Yeah, I
India
read that
now
one.
took over the third largest car market. Only 8-point-something% of Indian households
That's
that even
crazy.
have a vehicle.
That's crazy.
And that's the third largest.
Yeah.
Now, at some point, they're going to put emissions on those, and everybody wakes up to the fact that platinum, palladium, rhodium are crucial to reducing the emissions out of the tailpipe, right? Well,
We're gonna have a big shortage on our hands.
at some point, man.
Or if that 8% goes to 10%,
it sounds like a small number, but it's a big
that's
number.
a big number when you're talking about a country like India.
And you add copper on top of it, aluminum. I'm bullish on commodities. You know, and every commodity's different. Every situation's different. Would I be bullish on lumber right now? Probably not. But lumber had a hell of a run in 21. You know,
We're
and
still-
a pretty
are we-
decent run in 22.
Are we still hauling lumber?
We're still moving some lumber. It's
Not
slowing
as
down
much?
for sure off the West Coast.
Okay.
So, that's our gauge we look at. I at the end of the day, call me crazy, call me whatever you want to. I refuse to sit here and believe that the world stops tomorrow and everything goes to zero, and I just don't see it. Now, you pick and choose your battles, be smart, be cash flow, strong, move your shit if it makes sense, buy right, sell right. But I mean, I feel like we got potential. Ferris markets are up this month, so I think they could be up again in February if it all holds true. We'll see.
Well, okay, I got another thing for you.
Shoot.
I want to bring a football bet back to you.
Shoot.
We're back into the playoffs for
Yeah.
NFL. Last year we picked each game.
Yep.
Let's do it again.
Yep.
We'll do the pot, $200.
$200.
$200, and we'll just make our picks, and we'll just keep track of the scores till the Super Bowl.
The loser has to give the $200 to a charity of the other person's choice.
Or I like that. Or they can make those bags that we've been
Yep.
talking about. We can use that $200 to make bags to hand out.
Absolutely.
And
Absolutely.
we'll share that post with everybody. All right.
Done deal.
I like it.
All
Thanks,
right.
Brett.
Bet.
Bet.
Later.